Last time on Knights of the Rolled Table, the new knights in Castor City made some trouble in the markets before Alistair showed them the lavish headquarters of the local Knights branch. They began the investigation into the suspected bad guy, Dan Brecht. Meanwhile, in Red Basin, the heroes had a close call with an enormous sandworm and a fight with some bad bugs, but won the battle thanks to a new dashing ally of Remy, Kass Eilhart. We'll check on them in a bit, but first, back to Castor City to see how the heroes stake out their contact, Dan Brecht. How many times do I have to say Dan Brecht? Guys? Dan Brecht. Dan Brecht, Dan Brecht, Dan Brecht. Just play the music.
We're going to check out this luxury club and casino on the other side of town. You're all going to need to kind of wear, how shall I put this, more formal attire.
Yes.
Dierdre, you have an eye for fashion. Maybe you can help everybody get dressed.
Oh, I've been waiting for this moment. Yes, I've got it sorted. Tell me, what is your selection of satins? I'll need some silks, perhaps a few linens just for the linings. And do you have any tweed?
He kind of goes over to one of the walls and he kind of opens it up, and you see that there's a bunch of weapons, a bunch of magical items. There's a bunch of armor and other stuff kind of on this wall, like a cool spy behind the wall type of get up. But you see that there's also a bunch of clothes in there of varying styles, sizes, and materials. So he says you can have your share here.
All right, I can work with this. Okay, line up and we'll get everyone sorted.
All right, so it is time for the first ever Knights of the Realm fashion show.
Are you really going to let me do this?
Yes, so Dierdre, you get to decide what everybody wears. You can describe it in any sort of detail. If anybody has a certain preference on what they kind of want to have for input, we can do that as well.
It's cute for you to offer, but I don't know how much they would get a say in it. But
Perfect. As we roll, let's go ahead and everybody roll a d20 and add your charisma modifier.
I got a 7.
17.
16. I got a 16.
13.
I have a plan.
Okay.
Do you want me to describe what we're working on here?
I do. Go for it.
Okay. So for Biscuit, we're going to go for a nicely tailored vest over just a crisp, almost think like a mandarin collar, white shirt, some just nice dark trousers, very understated, but kind of trying to give him a little bit more of a neckline despite his shorter stature there. Yenni would have a dark emerald green type dress that is a very conservative cut for her, and a rhinestone choker, black rhinestones to go with that. Aryx is going to be black on black. So we're going to have a black tie on a black shirt, very kind of like chic, modern look with that. And then Igneous is going to have a red ruff that gathers around the neck, that's pinned with a small brooch right in the chest area, and a black cape. Very operatic with that. And Dierdre, of course, is in a slinky red dress. Duh.
All right, you're all dressed, and Alistair steps out, and he is putting the cufflinks on a black tuxedo. His long hair kind of put into neat braids in the back, and he says, "Let's get going." And before you guys get going, he pulls out this really nice box. He opens it up, and he says, "These are sending stones that work on a network, and they're small enough to fit in the inside of your ear and be undetectable. So here you guys go. You each take one of these micro sending stones, pop them in your ear. We'll be able to communicate the entire time while we're in the casino.
Call them a sending pebble.
The sending pebble, exactly.
Oh, Jeff, you're having too much fun with this.
And you guys roll out, and you'll need to think about what weapon you can choose to have, what weapon you might have that would be concealable on your person. Alistair also has an array of kind of smaller weapons if anybody needs to take a dagger or a hand axe or something small.
Hey, Alistair, you got one of them bag of holdings that we can put some stuff in maybe and that might be a little bit bigger?
He goes, oh, yeah, sure. And he gets two of them. And so if people want to put their bag of...
I'll take one.
All right, great.
I can put your rapier inside of this bag, and if the ball drops, I can just pull it out and throw it to you.
All right, very well. But just as a safety measure, just in case we get separated, perhaps I can sneak a dagger into the bodice of my dress.
All right. So you guys are all loaded up. You guys are looking dapper, looking fine as heck. You come outside of the headquarters, and a carriage has pulled up, a horse-drawn carriage, and it is super fancy. The door opens, you guys hop in, and you ride across town. And depending on your background, this is probably the first time that you have done something this fancy and regal. And you're kind of really so, yeah, except for Dierdre, right? This is you guys see that Dierdre is very comfortable. This is very ordinary for her, but for maybe our friend Biscuit, this is a little outside of the ordinary. People
are
are
in the carriage, and I'm like, wow, look at that. Oh my gosh, look at that. Hey, did y'all see this? Did y'all see the ceiling of this carriage? It is made of velvet.
And like as you guys are riding, like people are looking at you, like children are kind of running after the car. Like it's very out of the ordinary for this kind of fanciness. Even in a big city like this. And eventually you guys kind of get to a nicer part of town. You see that it kind of, the streets get wider, the street lamps are fancier, and
while we're riding in the carriage, Biscuit is going to cast dancing lights, but it's sort of like a purple like under light, like around it, so it's got this sort of like club like blacklight atmosphere inside of the carriage.
All right, you guys rock it. You guys are looking fly. It's awesome. You guys roll up, and finally you see that there is this long line of carriages that are coming to the front of this absolutely palatial kind of front of this building. And the door opens. Somebody opens the door for you, and you step down, and you're now in front of the Casino Dierdre.
Dope, dope, dope.
Nice.
All right, and the doors swing open, and you see you are fitting into a crowd here playing card games. People are playing roulette. There is all of this gold changing hands. People are coming by with champagne. As soon as you come in, you are welcomed by somebody, and he says, hello, welcome, please. Welcome to Casino Dierdre, the finest casino in Castor City. What's your pleasure tonight? And Alistair kind of smiles, and he takes out what looks like maybe 50 gold, and he shakes his hand. He says, we're looking for the high rollers section. And he says, yes, of course, right this way. He takes you through the floor, and you guys are seeing all of this revelry happen. It's a real sight. I'm thinking like, what is that, Cantabite on in Last Jedi?
Yeah.
Yeah, so kind of that vibe, very very vivacious, very fun. You see that there is a guard standing by this one door, and there's a velvet rope in front, and he moves that as the concierge takes you guys through. You step into more subdued area of the casino, and you see that there are 6 different card tables set up. There's a few kind of maybe craps tables, some other parlor games happening here. And you see that everybody's a little more serious kind of here. And he says, oh, thank you very much. And the concierge takes off. And Alistair kind of turns to you guys, and he says, okay, Here's who we're looking for. He's a human. He has a scar on his left eye. Wears a ring that has a purple stone on it. If you hear him, tap your ear and let us know.
Yenni starts randomly pointing at people. Is it that guy?
This is just Yenni.
Is it that? What about that guy?
Yenni, why don't you stay by the door? And if anybody does anything, you can be ready to attack. Okay, Yenni?
Oh, yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
I'm going to immediately start working the room.
Before we do that, I'm going to cast Find Familiar and kind of craftily, sneakily to myself, and I say, okay, Dooley, you gotta help me with this. And this little tiny spider just kind of forms in my hand, and he kind of looks at me, and it's like this albino spider, and I'm like, all right, you take the high ground, I'll stay low down here, okay? And he kind of does a little spider nod, and he crawls up the wall, and he sort of looks around, and from the ceilings and stuff.
All right.
So I got a little familiar spider that's helping me look.
Very cool. Okay, so for this, everybody roll a perception.
21.
10.
Okay.
3.
I rolled a 16 and Dooley rolled a 2. He's pretty high up, so he can't see much.
Okay.
Yenni got a nat 20.
Hey!
It was that guy.
It probably was someone I pointed to.
All right, and so you guys begin kind of working the room. You start to kind of play some of the games. You're trying to play it cool, looking at people as you're assessing all this. And as it turns out, Igneous, you sit down at a table to play a card game, and it seems to be some variation of like a poker type of game. And you get dealt in, and you're sitting there, and you look over, and you see that as somebody plays, you hear this voice say, call. And as he flips over his cards there, you see that he has a ring on his hand that has a purple stone on it. And as you look at it, you see that he indeed has a scar on his eye.
I'll say that's a nice ring right there. Where'd you get that?
He says, none of your business. And he kind of goes back to playing his cards.
I'll finish the hand. How do I do?
You did not do well.
Oh, damn it. All right. I'll be upset about it, and I'll stand up, push away from the table, and walk away, and then tap my ear pebble. I think I got him. Sitting at the card table over here.
All right, you see Alistair get up and kind of walk over. He sits down in the seat that you were at. He begins to play. After a little bit, same type of thing. He wins a couple hands, and then he gets up and he kind of steps away, and he says, yeah, that's him. All right, everybody, we're going to just kind of follow him, see what he does. With that, you guys are in the room. You're kind of seeing him, watching him, that sort of thing. Eventually, you see him get up and kind of walk to the back, and there's a bar there, and so he comes up to the bar and he orders a drink.
Meanwhile, is at a table and he's like, "Hey, y'all have jackstraws or marbles? Fox and the Hound? Drop the hanky? Man, y'all don't have any of the games I grew up with. Come on now."
So this is a high roller casino table.
Wait. Do y'all have a lumberjack?
Oh, it's 2 tables over. Yes.
Oh, great.
Aryx is gonna head over to the bar.
All right, you come up and you see Danbrecht is waiting on his drink, and he's already put a few gold down on there.
What'd you order?
Whiskey, neat.
And after my own heart, I'll take one of those as well.
I haven't seen you around. Are you new?
Yeah, I'm just passing through town.
You're not with these yahoos who came in, are you?
Which yahoos are those? There's a lot of yahoos around here.
Well, to that person, and he points over to Biscuit, who's playing, what was it? Hanky down?
Lumberjack.
Yeah, and he's
Lumberjack.
You kind of getting Lumberjack, and he's getting carried away and kind of winning and going woohoo or whatever.
Do I look like the kind of person that hangs out with a person like that?
Fair enough.
Woohoo!
No decorum whatsoever. Name's Aryx.
Danbrecht, nice to meet you.
You as well. What do you do, Dan Brecht?
Oh, I do what a lot of people in this casino do. I make money.
Again, got a lot of common.
What about yourself?
I like to make money, find money, take money, whatever.
That's very interesting. You know, you said you like to find money, take money.
When I can, yeah.
It's interesting. You know, I have a bit of finding and taking that I like to do as well.
Oh, do tell.
Well, if you're in the market for some merchandise or need to get rid of some merchandise, might know people. Maybe we could do business sometime.
Maybe. How would I find you if I needed to get in touch with you?
Well, you can come here anytime. I'm here most every evening.
All right. Well, then maybe I'll see you around. Pleasure.
He says, pleasure's mine. And he goes in to give you a handshake, but you see that he's maybe moving his hand a little further up your arm. What if we shook hands this way? It grabs your forearm, and the handshake that Alistair gave you turns over, and he sees that you have your knight's tattoo. You see that he also has a knight's tattoo. He says, which side are you on?
Well, gee, I didn't know there were sides. I thought we were all knights together.
I see. And he lets go, and he says, well, enjoy your drink. He begins to walk, not back to the table, but over to the other side of the room, where there's not kind of any tables like that. Alistair over the stone says, he's making a break for it.
He knows I'm a knight. He knows we're here.
I'm going to interject and bump into him and spill my wine on him.
He says, ugh, God, watch where you're going.
Oh, I'm so sorry. So please forgive me, please. And I'm going to grab his arm and try. Please allow me to buy you another drink. I'm so sorry. I get so crazy when I'm tipsy.
He says, no, it's fine. And he kind of pushes you aside. He says, I need to go. And
no, darling, please. And I'm going to grab his wrist.
He sees you doing that, and he says, I said good day, and he pushes you away.
Can I hear this happening or see it?
You notice that some people are starting to kind of notice the commotion going on there. When he pushes Dierdre away, he turns and heads to a door at the very back and pushes it open and starts running at full speed out the back of this building.
Can I cast something before he gets out?
Yes.
Or does that mess up the narrative?
Nope, cast.
Okay, I'm gonna cast hold person if he's within 60 feet of me. Okay, well, you're gonna roll a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 12.
Save is 15, so he fails.
All right, so he is going for the door. He begins to pull it open, and just as the last bit of him kind of heads out the door, Dierdre, you see that he freezes instantly and is held right there.
Hold up there!
Alistair kind of rushes over, and he says, get him in the hallway here. Move out, all of us. You guys all kind of head towards the back and kind of make a ruckus. Alistair kind of picks him up and takes him out. You guys are now kind of in this hallway that's leading to kind of like a back room, or maybe there's a kitchen or something like that. And he pulls him a little further and out another door. And you guys are in a alleyway. Danbrecht is kind of frozen in this position. Kind of like picking up a G.I. Joe. Alistair just kind of takes him and sets him up there. He says, so this is Danbrecht. Is that right? Aryx, you were talking with him.
Yeah, it's Danbrecht, all right. At least that's what he says. Nice work, by the way, Slingshot.
Oh, no problem, Klaus. Thanks for using the nickname. Hey, fun fact about this spell, you can actually move the person. They just can't actually move, so we can put him in whatever position we want to. We can, put his hand on his hip. He can be a little teapot.
He kind of gets out a piece of he gets his handkerchief out, and he kind of ties his ties Danbrecht's hands kind of behind him and puts him down on his knees so that he's
I Not as exciting, but that's fine.
Look, we got a job to do. We got to get information from him. How long does this spell last? Can you undo it?
Yes, I can. It lasts for about a minute, so it's about to wear off right about.
And you
now.
see, he kind of comes to you and tries to struggle. He says, "No use. We got you cornered. Now you're going to tell us everything, okay?" Danbrick kind of like looks around. He's very nervous and sweating as he goes, and he says, "Just let my hands go, and I'll explain everything." And he says, "I don't know. I think you can talk like that." He says, "I'm not talking until you let my hands go."
All right, Aryx is gonna extend a claw and put it up against Danbrick's neck and say, "If you move, you die," and then indicate that we can go ahead and untie him.
Alistair undoes the bindings behind, and he kind of relaxes and says, "Okay, what do you want to know? First, were you the one who gave the information to Vilnius?" He says, "Yeah, that was me." And he says, "Tell me about that ring that you wear." Danbrick brings it up, and he says, this ring here." And he kind of shows it to you guys, and you guys begin to look at it. You see that it has a purple gem on it, and it has this symbol on it that's a triangle with almost looks like a mist kind of swirling around it. He says, "Yeah, it's very interesting. It's this ancient god. I bet that a lot of you haven't heard of it before." He says, "It's very powerful magic," and he strangely begins to kind of hold it up to his mouth, and he.
I'm gonna squeeze my claw in if he starts to move that towards his mouth.
You do, and he forces it anyway, and he pops the stone off into his mouth, and he bites down on it, and it shatters, and he instantly begins foaming at the mouth and coughing.
Get out of him! He's trying to give himself the shivers. Come on!
I'm trying to grab it out of his mouth.
All right, so you guys try and grab it out of his mouth, but you're kind of pulling, and he's biting down, and it's a real mess. And finally, he just falls down limp.
I cast Spare the Dying.
Ooh.
You attempt to cast that on there to try and stabilize him in some way. What's very apparent is that whatever the thing was in which he ingested worked more than chemically, maybe magically, has completely zapped all life from him.
Oh man, that was a good try though. That was a good try.
Wow, he did exactly what I said. He moved and he died.
He didn't want anybody to know what was going on. What was about, what he was doing.
Well, there still might be something to learn from him, and I'm going to go and rifle through his pockets and his person and see what we can find on him.
Did he tell you anything? Like when you were drinking with him? Like, did he say anything that might be helpful?
He asked me what side I was on.
Like what side you were on of him? Like on the right side?
No, he meant which team of knights am I playing for is what I think he meant.
So he wasn't working alone.
Well, he mentioned something about some god when he lifted up that purple ring. Can I try to identify the ring? Can I cast Identify on the ring?
Sure, you'll have to do it from memory since he kind of bit that stone off, which is what had all of the thing on it.
I will try to do that.
Go ahead and roll Arcana.
Oh, yeah, that's 17 plus 7, 24.
24. So it is a symbol you have seen before. You know that it is the god Leros, and you know that it is some sort of nefarious god. Beyond that, you'd have to do some more research to know exactly the specifics of what that god is all about.
Hey, guys, this symbol, this triangle symbol that he had on his ring, it was Leroy's. He's a real bad dude. I'd have to research him a little bit more, this Leroy guy, but he is no good. He's a god that is nefarious.
I had a friend named Leroy. He ran into a fight and died right away.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I mean, this guy is a god, and we don't want to mess with him if we can't help him. Leroy's.
Dierdre, as you search his person, you find stack of gold coins. You find a dagger that he had as well. So you wonder about the security of this place specifically. And you also find a very fine piece of parchment that's folded up. And on the inside, you see that the only things on there are a time and a place and a date that is in the future.
I will share that with my compatriots. And I will definitely pocket that gold. So how much gold am I getting?
35 gold, and it's for tomorrow, 5 p.m. at a place that you're not familiar with, but maybe is in town.
Holy smokes, ho! Hello, listeners of the Roll Table. This is Jeff, your DM for Season 4. Wow, what a great episode. We're going to get back to it in just a second, but some announcements, some awesome things to tell you about. One, want to give a big shout out to Matt Acevedo coming in, helping us out playing Kass, Aleheart. We're going to continue with him, and we're going to have some great adventures with him in the next few episodes. So I'm super excited for him to be a part of this, and thanks to him for joining us on this in our one of our first episode in 2021. This is very exciting. Here we are in the 2021st year. And a big shout out to Matt Messerman. You know him. He DM'd our holiday special. So much fun, The Island of Misfit Toys. If you missed it, go back and listen. It was a lot of fun to listen to that. Hey, we're so glad that you guys are listening. The best way to support us is to leave that rating and the review on whatever podcast service you're listening to with right now. Okay, get on there, leave a 5-star if you can, or if you only got 4 stars, that's fine. We'll take 3 stars. We just need any stars, please. Rate and review helps us climb so that more people can discover us and get to know us. We have an Instagram and a Twitter. It's at Rolled Table. You can use the hashtag Rolled Table to help get the word out. Join us on our Discord server. We have we talk with our fans. We talk with people on there. We share tips for how to make pizza. We put up artwork before it drops on the other channel. So it's a really cool thing to come and check out. Join that Discord server. Look for it. It's Knights of the Rolled Table. The combat music featured in this episode was made by Weston Gardner. You know Weston. He's Arcane Anthems. A link to what he does, Arcane Anthems. You can beef up your D&D sessions with some awesome music on his Patreon. So go on there, Arcane Anthems. Check that out. All of the awesome art for our characters and maps is all hand illustrated on a computer with his hand by Chris Daly. You know him. He's awesome. He's known as Dungeon Heads on Patreon. You can go on there. You can get a commish done. You can check out his gallery of free character art if you're looking for something. But go over there and check it out. Support Chris and his awesome work. It's Dungeon Heads at Dungeon Heads. And you can also catch Chris on the podcast Comic Book Keeper. So look for that as well. Great podcast, great work being done there. And if you have any feedback or questions, want to put an ad on the show, contact us. It's knightsoftherolledtable@gmail.com. Look, we know we are not the only D&D actual play podcast out there, and we honestly thank you so much for listening and giving us a chance and spreading the word and listening. We truly, truly appreciate it. Now, go out, but stay in and make life an adventure.
I pull my sword out of its guts and clean it on my cloth, the blood off my cloth, and I flip my hair up and I look at Sarsa and I say, "Are you all right?"
I am now. Hello. Hi. That was amazing. Hello. I'm Sarsa. This is hi.
You all, hello. It's very nice to meet you. I am Kass Aleheart, and
she definitely puts out her hand, like palm up,
and I grab it and I kiss it on the back of the hand. Yes. And I say, "My lady."
Remy comes up and knocks your hands out and says, "Get onto the rocks! Get onto the rock!"
Oh,
go!
Of course.
Go!
Yeah,
quickly.
All right,
We'll
All
do
right,
that too.
you guys quickly scramble up onto the rock, onto the staircases, and as you turn back, the last bit of the sand begins to fall as the dunes are shaping and moving under what must be that colossal worm. The rumbling slowly goes away and travels away, and you are now in the village of Quince.
Are you all knights? I can't believe it. I've never seen anyone step up to the challenge when it's presented in front of them. You must be. You must all be knights of the realm.
Remy, sorry, I am Remy, and Kass. Not all of them have been inducted as of yet.
I am a wood carver. I am not a knight.
Oh, but I am a knight of the realm, and my friend Jerik over here is also a knight of the realm.
Hey, I'm Jerik. If I had gotten to draw my sword in that fight, I also would have done some really impressive stuff, really cut those worms apart. I use a sword also. Nice to meet you. I have the thing, kind of gestures to his arm.
Oh, of course.
Right,
symbol.
but tell us more about you.
Well, I just must say it is an absolute honor to be in the presence of members of the Knights of the Realms. To be among your presence is a dream of mine. And Remy, I can see that you've been quite busy with your own travels. I didn't know you went to go join the Knights.
Well, yes, of course. Duty calls, as you know. You kind of do like do we handshake? Do we hug? Do we do a thing? And then finally he's just like, oh, okay. And he puts his arms around you and gives you a big get in here, you. And
Yo, get in here. Oh, man.
I'll get in there.
Yes, come here.
Remy kind of withdraws us. Yes, very good. Now,
Carver looks down and to Branch and says, "Are they attacking each other?"
Humans like to do this. They like to touch for reasons.
Should we embrace our chests as well? Is this a ritual of some kind?
No, that is their thing.
Then I will not.
yes, but introductions are in order, and everybody, this is my former protege. Fought many battles with him, and I'm honored to call him my friend. This is Kass.
It's a pleasure to make everyone's acquaintance.
Hello, Mr. Kiss.
Greetings.
Hello, Mr. Kass.
Oh, hello. Well, you all fought quite bravely. These people owe you a great debt.
Do we know why the worms were mad? Worms do not usually like to eat humans unless the humans are mean to them.
Where are you from?
This is
Could we talk about this indoors somewhere?
Maybe
with
over a
some
pint?
shade or some water. Yeah, like food. Do they have pockets here?
Or
Is
whiskey?
the little boy still around?
You guys,
I thought he got returned to his owners.
A stranger took him to his parents.
I mean, is he still is he watching or is he still in sight somewhere?
you guys look up. You guys look up into a second-story window, and you see a mother and a father hugging a child, and they're kind of like, "Oh, I miss you so much! Oh my gosh, you can't ever run away like that again!" And the kind of like the parents don't really see, but he kind of looks down at you guys, and
Does he give us a
gives
thumbs
you
up?
a big old thumbs up like that, and so you guys kind of
Closure. A job well done.
Carver will kind of pull out something from a bag that is a knapsack that he has, and he hands it up to Chisel, his woodpecker, and it's gonna fly it over to the kid, and he drops this little wooden carved bear into the kid's hands, and Chisel flies away.
oh, you hear some laughter, and the parents are so elated, and it's a real nice moment. It feels good for everybody's soul. and the village begins to kind of reopen up. You see the window shutters opening back up, doors opening up. It kind of seems like maybe this is a pretty common type of occurrence around here. Not everybody's, some people are kind of rattled, but things begin to kind of open. You see,
It's like Californians with an earthquake.
exactly. It's like, it's just whatever. You see somebody come out and put a sandwich board back out, that says Jeremy's Pub. And
It's a pub. I want to go there.
all right. So you guys are able to come in, sit down, have a meal, have something to drink. So finally, some sustenance for you. So everybody who had exhaustion before is able to recover that. And Remy buys rounds of drinks for everybody, and you have a chance to kind of relax.
I'm going to use a hit die. I'm going to use 2 hit die. There we go. Okay, I'm back up to 66.
So, Kass, you're out here. Are you all by yourself? I mean, I can't imagine, a handsome fella like you being here all by your lonesome.
I am. Unfortunately, I'm actually in search of someone who took my family.
Oh no, there's a family. I mean, your family is not here. That's what I meant.
When I say family, I should be more specific. I'm talking about my mother, father, and my younger brother and sister.
Well, that is absolutely
No children.
terrible. Oh, so sorry to hear that.
Fortune is upon us, as I am fortunate enough to meet all of you.
Sarsa, I am sensing your pulse is rising and your temperature is slightly quivering. Are you all right, in need of medical assistance?
Not medical assistance, love. I'm fine.
We get it.
Kass, I don't mean to rush anything or to belabor any points or to be rude, but I understand that you know the way to the Temple of the Shamaran.
That's right. I actually uncovered a map to it.
Let me
pull
see.
it out.
And,
Has he mentioned the Temple of Shamaran? Was that new?
that's new to you guys. And he kind of looks at Kass. Is this over here? Is this is this where we are? This is Quince right here? Oh,
Yes, this is it right
very good.
here.
Okay. This is brilliant.
It took us a long time, but we finally found it.
This is very important. We have to get the artifact within here. It'll be a real help to really know what's going on.
How long have you been traveling with these with
Well,
these folks?
we picked up Carver and Deleth just yesterday, and I've been traveling with these other knights here. For must be 6-7 weeks now.
So you made quite an adventure already.
Hasn't been exciting.
A lot of sand.
Lots of sand, that's for sure. Once we can get in, that each person here has a special ability, a special tool that could help us in acquiring this artifact. So it's all coming together.
Mr. Remy, what is this temple? Why do we go there? What is the artifact?
The artifact we're looking for is called the Helm of Pure Insight. It is one that is so powerful that it can allow you to perfectly understand somebody's intentions, whether they are able to hide it with magic or not. It's a very powerful item, and it's rumored to be lost, rumored to not even be true, but we believe we've tracked it down, and with Kass's help, I know we can find it. We can find the Temple of the Shamaran where it rests, and we can recover it.
It's a shame we don't have my ship anymore, because that should have been perfect for traveling out there.
Well, with the sandstorms that tend to blow up around here, I would hate to damage the Pleasant Squall 6.
Is that your group name?
close.
The
The
what?
Pleasant Squall.
You were so close, but no, that was... I had a ship. I'll have a ship.
I raise a toast. The town of Quince. Tonight we celebrate the Rays of Quoth, for they are the heroes who helped save this town.
The people in the bar kind of like look at each other and like, What is he talking about? Yay!
To the razor claw.
Yay, and,
To the razor claw.
Razor claw. Yes.
I'm confused, but I'm just gonna keep drinking the space key.
Who is Razor Claw? Is this a human I did not notice?
I think it's us.
Wait, what?
Remy finishes his drink and he slams down his mug and he says, "Very well, lads. Let's get to it. Back out to the desert. We gotta find this temple."
Carver kind of gets up and walks out of the bar since he hasn't really eaten anything, doesn't need to drink, and he just kind of looks around the town and he's kind of scoping out for what the vibe is in terms of is there industry, is there like people selling things on the street, like.
So it seems like it's a pretty small village. There's maybe 100 to 200 people who live here. Doesn't seem to be much like big industry or really fancy shops or anything like that. You see some people kind of selling wares. You do see that there are several big kind of woven baskets that are full of this glistening, shiny, almost looks like big wads of like fishing line, that kind of like silvery white reflective material. You think that might be the sandworm silk that is harvested. That might be maybe one of the things that they sell here.
Carver will approach the merchant that's selling the silk looking material and say,
"What is this material that you are selling?"
He kind of looks at you weird in a very kind of a broken common. He says, "Sandworm silk. Sandworm silk."
Is it a type of protectant or something for fastening things?
He kind of looks confused and says, 6 gold.
Oh, my name is Carver. Hello, 6 gold.
He's very confused. He kind of points at the silk and says, 6 gold.
Carver points at the silk and says,
"What do you use it for?"
He kind of listens a little more. He kind of takes a little bit and kind of hold it up like clothes. He like this, and kind of like gestures like a pillow, clothes, like soft.
Jerik will walk up and cast Detect Magic and just kind of like check out the silk, see if it's special in any way, and any other items that are around, and see if anything has some magical properties.
It's pretty scant. You don't detect any magic on the silk or on the any of the items that are being sold in the area.
Carver, I think it just feels nice. It's like probably some sort of a luxury item. I would not want to be a sandworm silk harvester, so it makes sense that it costs a pretty penny.
I do not know what feels nice means, so I don't think I need this.
It's no, probably not. It's soft in texture, and
6 gold.
Why would someone
I guess if
need
you had a little
something
bit more.
like this?
6 gold. 5 gold.
No, thank you.
5 gold.
3 gold.
5.
3. Okay. You take care.
He kind of throws his hand up and he kind of says some stuff in a language you don't fully understand. Whatever it was, maybe not pleasant.
It's probably a bit of a luxury item, considering it's, I assume, very awkward to harvest. You know, feels nice on flesh, skin, and...
I do not have flesh or skin.
No, I've noticed. Yeah, I get it. I love your toys, though.
Jerik, are you a member of these Knights of the Roll?
Sorry. Sorry. I do the logo a lot. It's in my brain.
Are you a member of this Knights of the Realm that Remy spoke of?
Yeah, it's kind of an awkward question. It's usually a little bit more secretive in that situation, but
The very loud, boisterous man seemed to indicate that he was a member and asked if you were also a member. Should I not inquire?
Well, I'm kind of sizing you up, Carver, and I trust you, and yes, I am.
What does this mean?
Well,
Does it give you purpose?
I'm still figuring that out myself a little bit. At least the idea of the organization seems to be that, like, they look for people that do good and stand up for others. when it happens, kind of like that kid out there, if that's in your nature already, then you're sort of a knight, whether or not you have the title or not.
I do not know my purpose. I have been lost.
What happened to you, Carver? You don't remember anything?
I was found in a small town, not unlike this one, and was reprogrammed to make these small toys. But I feel I've been finding these abilities that I have built into my programming. Like when I threw that knife, I did not know it would come back. It is something that I made.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive.
I'm not someone that has ever fought before I met you, your party. But I liked saving those people and that young man.
Well, Carver, you seem to have a lot of power and abilities, maybe that you don't even understand yet. And, from what I've seen, you're determined to use them for good, which is admirable and not a choice everyone would make. So, from what I see, I'm proud to stand beside you.
I will also stand beside you as well, maybe until I find the person that constructed me, and I can ask them more questions about what my purpose is.
Well, that sounds good. Let's do that.
Agreed.
Meanwhile, back inside the pub,
Deleth,
Yes?
tell me about yourself. And I pull out my cards. I have a little deck of cards in my pack. I pull them out. I start shuffling them and dealing for Go Fish.
Oh.
Game of Heroes.
Well, I come from the northern regions. I've gone around and stolen a few things here and there. And,
Stolen? I whisper. I get closer. Stolen a few things.
Oh, yes. Have you ever heard of emeralds?
Yeah, oh, yes.
Well, okay, so I don't know how emeralds work here, but if you go over to the western side of the most forested region in this continent, the way people look at emeralds, it's kind of it's kind of like a little weird, like they really look at them, and so they're because they happen to be so very into emeralds, right? You can get away with telling them that they're magical in properties when in fact they're incredibly abundant. From all right, do you have a 2 maybe?
Yeah, you got me.
Okay. And that's how you win it. Go fish.
Branch could go and get a fish if there was water, but we are in the desert.
Branch, why don't you go get another round?
Yes, Branch, and make it quick, because we have an adventure ahead of us. I should yell this. I have a problem where I just yell my secrets out loud. And I have to be more careful about it, or else they'll know that we are all going to the temple.
Shamalan.
Shakalaka.
Branch returns with a bunch of waters.
Yes, thank you. As good as alcohol can be, you must make sure to counteract it with water.
That's disappointing.
Remy comes back from the restroom and he says, "All right, it is time. It is time we get going."
Right, we don't even get to rest up. I mean, we've been traveling for so long. I haven't slept in a proper bed in a long time. And
if you'd like, I can carry you and you can sleep in my arms.
Oh yes, I would like that very much. Thank you. I'm on board. I respect this decision. Let's go.
All right, let's find Carver and Jerik and let's get out of here.
Hop in. Is it nighttime?
It's kind of afternoonish.
Okay. The weather outside might still be warm, but when it gets dark and cold in this desert, know that my body is like a heated flesh blanket that'll keep you warm throughout that cold.
Well, I don't know how much experience you have with tieflings, but we do tend to run hot.
Okay, flesh blanket, let's go. Jerik says as he walks back in.
I'm literally carrying carrying Sarsa like in my arms like a baby, you know.
She's just like smiling, like so stupid big.
Carver sees this and,
Like-
and says,
If you would like something that feels nice against your flesh, there is worm silk over by this nice man.
Perhaps you all should pick up some worm silk because that'll keep you warm when it gets cold. And the desert is a harsh environment. I'm sure you know. It gets very cold. So maybe you should have something that keep you warm.
But I thought you said you were my flesh blanket.
I'm only one person.
There are many of us persons here, and we could all keep each other warm. This does not seem like it would be a problem.
Remy steps up and says, "To be clear, everybody, we are going to be in separate tents tonight. I don't feel like I need to be chaperoning you, but if I need to, I will. Our lives are at stake. The lives of thousands of people throughout the realms is at stake. We must leave. We must find this artifact. Let's go."
Yes, let us go.
Okay, hand check. Hand check. Show me the way your hands are. Okay, let's go.
Still getting carried.
All right. Unless there's any other business, we'll back out to the desert. Remy gets his bearing, and he pulls out a compass, and he awkwardly tries to talk with Kass as you're holding Sarsa, and you guys head out in a direction. Again, you're traveling, miles up and down these dunes, and up and down, and everybody roll a quick perception check.
That's an 8 for me.
8 for me too.
12.
16.
23.
12.
Okay, Carver. As you look over to the side, you see a big cloud that is kind of sand colored off over there, and it is heading towards where everybody is.
Where we are?
Yeah, it's kind of sweeping across the land. Just this big haboob, if you will.
Just to inform everyone, I am seeing several dunes away a large cloud of sand, possibly in storm, that is moving in our direction at a rapid pace.
What do you see?
It is a large sand cloud. The origin is unknown at this time. I can't see that close.
Am I able to do a knowledge nature check?
Sure.
To see if I've heard of that being around this town for a bit?
Sure. Go ahead and roll.
I will cast guidance on him before he does that.
Okay.
You get to roll a d4 and add that number to your ability check.
Whoa! That's awesome, man.
Just trying to actually use my spells, so we're gonna have them.
Oh, sweet. So I got 12 with the D4. I rolled a 4, so that's a 16.
Nice.
All right. So
Carver looks at Branch and he says, "How did you do that?"
I use my natural winning personality to help make people do better.
All right, and with that roll, you do know that what is very common around here is that every once in a while this will happen. This is a natural phenomenon, and it is, of course, a sandstorm.
Oh my god! Quickly, it's getting louder. we need to take shelter now. That's a sandstorm coming. Before it gets... It's already
here! We're being covered by the late 90s.
We awake to just this carnage of like glow sticks and like fun dip and like rave clothing.
Can I make? I think we need to take shelter. So can I do like a survival check? To like look for
So
something?
as it
like a cave or
does
something?
indeed, like the banging hits of Darude, it does hit you, and it is quite annoying. Just like the techno music, it is quite annoying. But once you're in it, it's just kind of like background noise. You just kind of go with it, and so it's just
roll with
you're
it.
just
Right?
kind of whatever. But I will have, I will have Kass. I will have you, since you do have the guidance, get a bearing for us. So go ahead and roll a survival check.
Stand strong, everybody. They may be loud, but we will not move. Oh, that's not good. That's actually that's okay. That's okay. I got an 11 plus 1, so 12 minus 1 for survival, so 11.
After what seems like maybe a little longer than it should have taken, you guys kind of begin. It kind of changes from kind of sand dunes, and you're on a little bit harder of ground, and you're actually kind of coming up some rocks. The sandstorm clears. The music fades out. And what you see before you, you're standing just kind of on the edge of like what must have been a giant crater that has this kind of ring of rock all the way around the sand. And inside, it is filled with sand in there as well. And at the very back of this crater, this giant pyramid-looking shape, very much like one of like the Mayan pyramids that has kind of these four sides with steps going up and a big square thing at the very top. As you guys are looking at it, Remy says, "This is it. This is the temple." Yeah, so there's a little bit of a walk down to come back down to where the sand is. You guys see, having now kind of experienced what you had before, that this inner sand area, the sand is all moving around a whole lot. And it almost looks like it kind of gives an illusion of it almost looking like waves or like on a pond, a very still water. It kind of moves around just that much. And on closer inspection, you see that this is indeed full of these are sandworms that are moving around under. Every once in a while, one will kind of come up and come back down.
God.
And so there must be just thousands of them.
So that's outside the temple, not inside the temple?
Correct. You guys are outside, so there's the big crater filled with sand, all of this moving sand, and then the temple is in the middle of that. And Remy says, "We've arrived at the temple of Shamaran."
Shamaran.
Shah.
Shamaran. Shamaran.
Shamanama.
Everybody say
Shamaran. How you doing?
Shamaran.
Shamaran.
Of Shamon. The temple of Shamon.
I feel for you.